These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts. This one for the right to represent the AFC in Super Bowl 56 in L.A. Off we go. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
A run for Nick Chubb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, Love. Buying time to his left. And the ball comes out. Love lost it, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Eluding the pressure right. And he's caught the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. Blankenship's kick is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They run it again with Janovich, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt punching it in from a yard away. And the Browns have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Play fake. Here's Love. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Jordan Love ready on first down here. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd down and 4, Mayfield. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. On the return, it's Rodgers. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for Indy.
T.Y. Hilton wakes up every day, a big play waiting to happen. Been doing it ever since college.
Florida International there, he broke all the receiving records.
Do you know the first time he touched the ball at FIU, it was a touchdown?
Oh, was it?
Yeah, no, he predicted it as well. There's no doubt about T.Y. Hilton, and that's one of the reasons we see him make the catches we just saw there. He competes for the ball as well as anyone.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Play action this time with Love. And it's caught. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Gibson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Antonio Gibson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Mayfield on first down. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47th. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Love, they go play action now. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. That will hit, and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball.
Here's a diving catch right side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action. 2 minutes to play. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us as always as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Love now to pass on first down. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing, Love. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Love. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around, or is he a guy time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation to kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over first and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 79 yards. And the Browns have retaken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First down, Love to pass. Flushed out right. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now Love. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Antonio Gibson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Colts have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and it's now 17-14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. From the 30 on second down, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's Mayfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
First down, Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, 58 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Flush to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 130 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On first down, right back to Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On third down, Love. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are right back in this football game. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession gigantic. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First down, going to the air with Love. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gibson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field. I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Eluding the pressure right, and that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Working out of the gun. Love. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll go. It's Gibson. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Antonio Gibson saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Colts have taken the lead here now in the fourth quarter of this championship game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The Browns drive about to get started. A field goal would tie the game. A touchdown, of course, gives them the lead. Boy, the drama intensifying on every single play with a Super Bowl berth on the line. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Landry. And all the way down to the 35. A big play that time for Cleveland.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Again, he's got that man Landry. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw again on second down, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position. Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on third down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on third down. Mayfield going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off. The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return. And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation? Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle? We're going to find out. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Love looking to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish. Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Love. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on fourth down. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff.